All right, next step is step three, which is part of part A, step three, and it's to actually design the survey. Now, if you have never actually been a part of a survey before, please email me to let me know that, and I can give you a little bit more detail on this. And if you're in a different board and cannot use Google Forms, let me know if I can help you find a how-to guide for the Microsoft version of it. It seems to be very easily manipulated, just like a Google form anyway. But if you need any of that kind of help, let me know. I designed it for Google Forms. So like the help that I have here. So when you open up the doc here, you'll see. Also, if it doesn't say click here for the slideshow, you'll notice blue underlined phrases that will have the stuff that you need as well. If that doesn't work with out of towners, out of board people, that's what I'm going to call you. So my out of towners, if you need any of these links easier, please let me know. They are on my YouTube channel, but I rather just, if you need them, just fire me an email and I'll just put them all in one email and save that one for the next time somebody else asks. Anyway, so if you haven't made a survey yet before, you are going to make sure that you answer your question from part one by getting help from others. Okay. So you're going to find that either your hypothesis is going to be true or not true. And if it's not true, that's okay. You learn something and you're going to grow from that. It doesn't always have to be something successful. We always want it to be. We always want to be right. But as scientists, and geography is a branch of science, we want to make sure that we have our open mind to whatever is going to come in these surveys. Okay, so the first part of every survey needs to have demographic type questions. Demography, by definition, is the study of people, and we want to make sure that you have a baseline for that pre information. I guess. I don't know. My words are weird today. So I made a Google form. So it's accessible to everyone. And if it's not to you, please let me know. I will fix it. So you need to make sure that there's a spot for a full name and which age group they belong. This is all accessible to you. So if you want to just use it, you can or mimic it. That's totally great. So these are from, this is from grade 9 geography, the different age groups that are on a periodic table. I'm also science, right? On a population pyramid. It's every 5 years. Okay, so it spaces it out so you have an opportunity to see a true demographic answer. I don't know. Again, my words are weird. Just forgive me. The year of birth is what I put on. Age group and then year of birth. I know people are like, why would I do both? But it just gives you a bit more specific one. People don't like being asked their birthdays because they somehow still use it as their passwords. So I always just use the year of birth. How many people are in your household? There could be up to 10 people in a household. The highest was 7 in my area of Barrie. So I make sure I added some more because there's a lot of people with large families that live in one house, and that's what they have to do to live. It's very expensive to live here. So it's not, don't be surprised if people are doing that with 10 people in a house. Okay. So I'm just going to fill this in so you can see what it looks like. All right, so Michelle Bidwell. I'm 46 years old. I'm in 1978, and I have 4 people in my household. The next question is to add your location. It's called relative location. People are so, and I would be too, they don't want to give your actual location out. So the second they see a map, they might actually bypass this. But if it's all set up to know, if you write in here, it's approximate location. So like our school is at the corner of Mapleview and Prince William Way. I had to use my fingers there. So you make your own Google My Map, and then they can actually plot it using this information. If you can't get that, let me know. I've made this an option, so you can see here that there's no star next. See how there's a star here? That's a required thing. So I'm asking them just their major intersection if they don't want to do the map. So I will put it on the map for them. Okay, so that's why I have that there. Relative location again, just the city town name, and then relative location again. Everyone might be in Ontario, but there's some people that have family elsewhere. So make sure it's Canadian for this survey, please. So I'm just going to do blah, 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 so then I can bypass this. Okay. And then Ontario. All right. So hit next. And the last, that was the only questions. Those were the only two sections there. So 5 questions for the beginning of the survey. And then you also have all these little links that you can look at on how to create survey questions. It's very informative. I spent a lot of time on that. Types of survey questions that you can use. This is very important because you're going to be asked to make 10 closed questions and 2 open questions, and that's what you'll learn in that Google slide. This one here is the survey options for Google Forms. Like I said, I don't have one made for any other survey type. If you are going to use a different survey, I would love it. It's not required, but I would love you to tell me which one you're going to use so I can add it to a list maybe for the next time I teach the course. I would really appreciate that before you actually make as you're making the survey today. Then I just showed you that. So there are actual this is an actual Google form you can try that has all the questions that are represented in the Google Forms. Okay, so it's pretty cool. You get to see all the stuff and how it's used. So it's just questions about like your favorite season, favorite summer, that kind of thing. So enter your time that you were here. I've made these optional. You don't have to do any of them if you don't want to. But it just shows you how each question is done when you get them back. So I'll just quickly do this here. So it's 12:32 p.m. If people do p.m. and a.m. wrong, it's really crazy. And then you can click in here and then actually put the date there. That's next. Multiple choice. What's your favorite beverage from this list? Where's my tea? Where's tea? I can't find just regular. Oh, there it is. Orange Pico tea. Yum. And then what's your favorite beverage from this list? So it just shows you different options that you can use for your assignment. I'm going to do the same answer. And then the checkbox here is check all the kind that you enjoy. I'm very boring, but I don't like herbal tea. I like that one. I like root beer, but I'm not supposed to drink it. Ugh, get older. Don't get older. So option 6 here. You don't have to lie, okay? You can tell the truth. How epic am I? All right. And yes, I'm fishing for a compliment. So I'm high on myself today, so I'm going to do 8. But anyway, and then so you answer all these questions and take a look, and then short answers, paragraphs, responses, and a file upload. If you're going to do this as an option, like I said, if you're one of my people that like to make sure everything's right on my content, I'd appreciate it. But you can add a file about something cute, like a little kitty cat or something like that. That would be great. And then you can rate this survey if you actually think you're going to use it and whatever. So then when you submit, it'll tell you, good job, all done. And I've set it up so you can edit the response. So here, there's an actual example question that you can use. I showed you an example of a Likert scale, which is a closed question, which you'll see here in the Google slide links. I gave an actual question, and then I want to see the topic. I want to see it in a rough copy, so then you can have a clear idea of where you're going. Because if you're making a survey, like survey questions, you don't want to double up. You don't want to make them twice. You don't want to do a similar closed question when you already made one. Okay, so this is a 2-part question. And when you do a 2-part question using a closed question, the second question will be like, why did you pick that one? That is not one of the 2 open questions that I want you to do. This is an extra. Okay. So it is really important, if you want to get as much information as you can from the people that you're doing the survey with, or sending the survey to, that you give them the space to actually write. Okay. So I hope that helps with that. And then all sources in APA format. So here's the area for you to write your questions in. And then there's a reflection. This is really important for me to know why you were putting that question in your survey in the first place. That reflection is for me. Okay. I need to know that you understand why you're using that question. So it's not just make it and do it. It's make it with thought. It's make it with purpose. And I need to know why you're hoping and what you're hoping for with that question. And that will give you your own reflection. Like, okay, maybe this question isn't good. You have to make sure you have 10 closed questions and 2 open questions is the minimum for your survey.